All right, squats are one of those exercises. If you do it correctly, it's the most amazing thing for you. But if you do it incorrectly, it could be one of the worst things for you. So I want to show you how to make the most of this exercise. And it starts with the standing position and decelerating yourself down. What happens is a lot of times people are trying to lower themselves down, and it creates a lot of instability when they start to stand back up. So what I want to do is show you a simple tip on how to actively pull yourself down into the squat position. It's going to create a lot more stability and control for you to power yourself back up. So I'm going to have you actually lie on the ground to start. Now in this position, we want to see how deep you can go. A lot of people stop below or before they actually get to their lowest depth because they feel unstable, but it's not because of their range of motion. So a good way to check the range of motion that you have is by doing some hip flexion. So what I want to have you do is pull both your knees in towards your shoulders, towards your armpits. And I want you to stop right before your butt lifts off the ground. There's a bone here called the sacrum, and it's right above your ass crack. Yes, I said it, ass crack. All right, maybe from now on I'll just say AC or BC, but I'm trying to be PC. Does that even make sense? All right, well, so make sure that that sacrum does not come off the ground. And right about here, this is as far back as I can go. Now, what I want you to do is imagine that the ground is right at the bottom of my feet. Now, this is about the depth that I can get into a squat. And this is how you discover how deep you can actually get based on your range of motion. But the problem is a lot of people don't have the control at that range of motion, so they stop short. Now, a way to start to gain control is to build strength at your end range. So what I want you to do is slowly start to press your knees against your hands and your hands against your knees and create an immovable force. And what this is going to do is going to build strength at that end range of motion. And I also want you to feel your abdominals work as well. So you have your hip flexors and your lower abdominals working to prevent your knees from moving. All right, and I want you to hold this for about 5 to 10 seconds. And as you do that, you're going to really feel where your body should be pulling from when you lower down into a squat. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm going to extend my legs out as if I'm standing up. So I'm going to push the earth away, and then I'm going to pull my knees back into my hands. And this is the lowering position into the squat. And I'm going to press out, and I'm going to pull back. And the whole time I'm making sure that my low back stays tight to the ground and my abdominals are engaged. So again, extend out and pull back. Extend out and pull back. And as you get stronger, you can lower your legs down towards the ground. And I'm shaking here a little bit. And I'm pulling back. And this is the full range. And when you press your knees against your hands, I also want you to dorsiflex your ankles so your toes are actively pulling back against your knees. And that isometric contraction is going to work together very similar in the way that you would be if you're standing on the ground. So I'd like you to do this exercise to first discover your range of motion, your active range of motion in your hips, and that will allow you to see how deep you should be able to get into a squat. And then use the isometric pressing against your hands to build that end range strength so that when you're at the bottom of the squat, you can control it. And then from there, the third thing is starting to extend your legs out and pulling them back.